Why, hello everyone, welcome back to another reaction video. So glad that you're here today. Today we're going to be checking out another Dimash. I am honestly blown away by the response that my first time reaction got. So I am excited to jump into Stranger. We're going to be reacting to that one. That's the one you guys suggested. In almost every single comment someone said react to Stranger. A lot of different ones you guys gave suggestions for, so I will be checking those out as well. But today we're going to be reacting to Stranger. I'm excited to jump in because Dimash is incredible. His voice technique is insane and it's just fantastic. Before we jump into the reaction, just a reminder, this is a reaction and an analysis. I will be breaking down, pausing, stopping a lot, talking about what he's doing with his voice because I like to look at singers, look at vocalists, look at music videos, and break them down and see how I can take what they're doing and apply it to my singing, and hopefully that you can learn something as well from this. So I'm excited to break down this video, and if you're not subscribed, don't subscribe because you won't get notified when I release another reaction video to Dimash or Voice Play or Home Free. You won't get subscribed, so just don't do it because you don't want to see it. You know you don't, so don't do it. I'm watching you. Don't do it. Let's dive in to the reaction. Editor, whoever edits this video, don't put that mess up that I just did in there.
What?
The mess up that I just did, don't put it in there.
What?
Yeah. You good?
I don't understand. What mess up?
I don't know who edits these things, so I hope he listens.
Oh well.
Let's dive in. See that? I just turned on closed captions.
Спасибо. Спасибо огромное. А теперь прозвучит новая песня. Примеры.
So as I learned from a lot of the comments last time, he's from Kazakhstan, and I didn't turn, if you haven't seen my other reaction, I didn't turn closed captions on until about halfway through, and I'll turn closed captions on this, that way I can understand what he's saying, but generally I don't like to use closed captions. I feel like it kind of takes away from the video because I end up reading the captions rather than watching the video and seeing what they're doing. So it's generally why I don't use closed captions, but I will turn them on for this video. Seen this kind of instrument before, but I'm not sure. I've seen it played before, but I'm not sure what kind of instrument it is. It sounds really neat though. What an intro. That is quite the intro. I love how these people, you can see they're wearing mics, or at least at the beginning of the people were. So they were adding some ahs at the beginning. It's very, very slight to hear, but it was back there.
You crown as far as I can see.
Oh.
You crown.
Oh, it is in English. Okay.
Stranger in a stranger's land.
Oh, they've added some delay to that. I love that. Okay, I did not know this was in English. Wasn't exactly sure because I haven't seen Dimash. This is only the second time reacting to him. So, absolutely love it. I love how he's using breath to convey this message. And it immediately grabs you in because he's using more breath, first of all, but then he's also using his consonants. And if you use your consonants in an intense way and be quiet, it's very, very impactful. So basically, if I'm talking to a really quiet voice and I really need to get my point across, I'm going to enunciate. I'm going to use my consonants and really dictate to you because I'm trying to get a point across to you. I'm very excited. A friend described it to me as your pants are on fire in a library. You have to tell somebody that your pants are on fire, but you have to do it very quietly. And so you're going to use a lot of dictation. You're going to use those consonants, but you have to be quiet because you're in a library. You have to dictate. So that's the kind of energy that you feel. He's not quite using that much energy as like pants are on fire in a library, but he's using the consonants and the breath to kind of display this to you. It's really very beautiful.
Stranger in a stranger's land.
In a stranger's land. Yeah, he uses that S and the T to, oh, it's so good. And the D.
You chance to know who I am if I have the strength to begin again.
Ooh. All right, before they go on here, I love that. I love how he went straight into, I wouldn't say an actor, but he's almost, I mean, when you sing like this and you're basically acting with your voice, you have to get in the character of who you're singing about. So I don't know where the song is from. I'm not sure if it's from a movie or I don't know where it's from. So I was looking up some history behind the song, and it's the Kazakh instrument is what starts out. I believe that's the name of the instrument. That's interesting. I did not know that. It says the music was created by a Russian songwriter Igor Krutoy, and the lyrics were written by American poetess Sharon Vaughn. The main arrangement was made by Dimitris Kantopoulos, Greece, and another guy. Koboy's part. Kobyz. So I'm guessing that's the name of the instrument. I'm not exactly sure, but that is interesting. I love how they added that stringed instrument in there. That's for my research I just did. Not entirely sure of like where the song has come from, but it's neat that it has some history behind there.
To know who I am if I have.
I love how he goes, I use the kind of the, not scoop, not growl, vocal fry, that's what's called, to I have the strength I know I have, or something like that. So very well done. To know who I am.
Chance to know who I am if I have the strength to begin again.
Nice percussion. Delay, ping pong effect.
Somewhere in my heart in ancient times I wandered through these valleys I have climbed them on this hill.
This hill. Wow, he is low. I know you guys said he has some lower range, but that's insane. You can hear how it's kind of already vocal frying, which means that his folds of his vocal cords are not coming together as strongly, which means he's getting towards the bottom of his range. Is basically what that means. Oh, that's so neat. I love how he has that range. I know you guys said he had that range, but I hadn't heard that before. This instrument, the Koboys or whatever, however you say that, that is a very neat instrument. I love how it like dropped off the end of it right before Dimash starts coming in and singing again.
Somewhere.
Kind of like comes off somewhere, but he's still keeping it very foreplay. Somewhere. Oh, that's really neat.
In my heart in ancient times
I wondered. That's towards the bottom of my range. I still have some good vocal closure. There he almost fries it a little bit. I wonder. That's what he kind of does. I wonder. That's going towards the bottom of mine, so I have to like kind of push to get the vocal cords to come together. But I love how he doesn't push to get down there. He uses that vocal fry to gain that lower part.
my heart in ancient times I wandered through these valleys I have climbed them on these hills. Face memories. I've said lost, I've lost, I feel them in me sing.
So that's where he's most comfortable, and you can hear how it's not frying or anything like that. So when you go lower, you tend to use the little vocal fry, but here his vocal folds are coming together beautifully. Also, I'm trying to listen to these background vocals because I can see they're singing, but it's very hard to hear them. Okay, there.
I've said lost, I've lost, I feel them in me sing.
All right, he's still trying to keep that sound. I love he got a different sound. He kind of rounded it straight. What's that? New ground. He's still kind of keep it forward, and he's trying to darken it a little bit, but he's darkening it when he's up that high. It's very hard for me to darken it when I'm up that high. My vocal range is nowhere close to his, but the higher you go, it's harder to make a darker sound because it's so high. You have to open up and get a bright sound. He's trying to create a darker sound, so he's pulling his lips to new ground as far as I can see, trying to get a little bit darker sound to add to the effect. Very beautifully done. You can see his lips pulled forward there. When he goes higher, watch it. He's still trying to keep it dark, but you can hear how it's starting to open up a little bit more on the top end because it's harder to get a darker sound up high. You can see it, and you can hear it as well.
Chance to know who I am if I had the strength to begin again.
I like how the background vocals didn't come right in on the beat. Right, so come to the beat here. They didn't like start, they cut and then come right back in. They cut, waited a beat, and then came back in. That was a neat effect. I like that. Oh, my word. Woo. All right, I like how the beginning of this, before we get into the high notes, when he starts out on these O's, listen how he makes each O pronounced. It's not oh, it's oh. He's pronouncing each individual not note, not just kind of going up and down. He's always using a guttural stop each time. The last note there, he doesn't use as much of a guttural stop. He kind of blends it together. So guttural stop is the because your vocal folds are closed and the air comes up, so you get the versus huh. It helps if you put an H in front of it. But here he's going and kind of, it's a very good way of making those jumps. It helps you make the jump when you're singing, but it can also identify each note when you go up to it. Well done. There you just gotta slide through. In the last video, I talked about whistle range a little bit. Some comments were disputing about whistle range, or some people were disputing about whistle range and like where it starts and everything. When I'm talking about whistle range here, it's more of just the sound that I'm referring to, not so much as when it starts. So to me, right here still sounds like it's in chest, but then he switches to whistle range after that. Chest. Like that it just sounds like a whistle. Like it's so high. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a sound that's not happening from your throat. It is, but it doesn't feel like it when you're up that high. It feels like it's just coming out of the top of your head. Weird illustration, but that's how it feels when you're up that high. Personally, I cannot access whistle range. Most of my stuff is done with chest. I know what it feels like a little bit with falsetto. Like, but there I'm still using it feels like I'm still using my chest. So I don't know exactly how to describe whistle range, but it's just so high. It's like a whistle. There's no like really other way to describe it. Oh, what in the world? But he still has vibrato up there. If you listen to at the end of that, he puts the vibrato on, which is insane.
New crown far as I can
Key change.
see. New ground underneath my feet. Stranger in a stranger's land.
They've added some delay so you can hear the strange strangers in the. If you have headphones on, you can hear it. When he first came in here, I thought he was like new ground, but he just did the vocal fry again, like we talked about earlier. New ground, da, 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 da.
New ground far as I can see. New ground underneath my feet. Stranger in a stranger's land.
So they have like a delay where the stranger's going, but it's also on like a ping pong effect. So it's happening left ear, then the right, back and forth. That's beautiful. Well done.
New chance to know who I am if I have the strength to begin.
All right, before something crazy happens here, I'd be interested to see the post-production process of this and how these effects of delay are happening. I wonder if they're happening in real time. So if this audio is processed on stage, or if it's recorded and then they add this post in studio. Be interesting to find out. Obviously the audio is recorded live on stage. I'm just trying to figure out how they added the effects, because that'd be interesting to see if they do it live or if it's done afterwards for the video. Not exactly sure. It'd be fun to find out. Okay, the fire effect in the background, that is neat. Also, another key change, he's not trying to darken it like we talked about earlier, or like I talked about, like we talked about. I don't know why people say that. That doesn't make sense, because we're not exactly talking to me. I'm talking to you. Anyway, he's not trying to darken it. Stranger. He's fully open now. You can see it with his mouth position. It's insane how wide his mouth is. But he's not trying to darken it anymore. He's opened it up because he's so high. You can't, to darken it, you might go flat, or it's not as open as easy to hit. still, honestly, I say that, but he's still kind of darkening ground. He's still kind of darkening it a little bit. That may just be his accent, because English is not his primary language or his native language. So it may just be something to do with his accent, but it still sounds like he's darkening it a tad. He almost added like a staccato, not quite a staccato, but kind of dun 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 dun. And after this, you see it when his head movement. He's kind of to know who I am, kind of breaks, and then adds those guttural stops in there. Beautiful, well done. He added something new to change up from what we've heard earlier. New things are key change, octave up. Well, I don't know if it's octave up, it might just be the key change. Well, it could be doing the octave up. I'm not exactly sure. But he's changed it up from how we heard it earlier. Interesting. I'm going to watch that whole long note over again just a second. Alright, so first point off, listen how he adds a little H before the again. Can you hit that? He adds a little H before the again. Again. He adds a little H and then slides up to the again part of the vowel. I think that's mainly so you don't hear a again, again. Stylistic choice. But I like how he used that H to kind of help soften the guttural stop there. Delay again. So there he had add vibrato to keep free tone, to keep it nice and open. Either he's practiced this fall down, that way his note doesn't change. He switches from vibrato to straight tone right at the end. That's why it sounds a little bit different right there at the end. But you don't hear anything when he falls down. Either he's practiced that a lot, or that's audio overdubbed, or not overdubbed, but over record on top of that. I don't think that's the case. I don't think it would be the case, but I don't know. I feel like you hear something when he falls down, but who knows? He may practice this to make sure he doesn't again. Like when you fall, he might again, but very well done. There's still that delay in the background. Wow. That is insane. Dimash just has a beautiful technique, a beautiful talent, and I'm glad that he makes these videos that we can listen to and learn from. I think that's the most important thing, is not just, yes, enjoying the videos, enjoying his talent and everything, but also learning from him and going, okay, what is he doing? What vocal techniques is he using that we could be using as well to help our singing go better? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed reacting to Dimash and getting to learn more about him and where he's from, everything about him. Thank you so much for the comments on my first time reaction to him. Very much enjoyed that. And I will be checking out more of Dimash. I think my next video will be a home free reaction, back to home free, and then who knows from there. We'll see what the Lord has planned for the future of this channel. But I'm excited to dive into more reactions and to be back. Sadly though, I do have some news. I will be leaving for college in about 5 weeks. So I'm not sure how reaction videos will work with going to college. I may not be able to do as many of them. So that's just being honest with you guys, I'm not exactly sure. I will probably make a video before I go to college, especially my first year. I don't think I'll be able to do many reactions to any at all, but I'll probably be making a video here in a little while, just thanking you guys for your support and explaining where I'm going. I appreciate the prayers and everything, as this is a new journey that God's taking me on. So I'm excited to be going to college, study more about communication arts and church music and everything like this. I'm excited to check out Dimash and more of his stuff and home free and voice play, but school and college comes before my channel, so I'm going to have to be doing that before I react to more videos. But that's just being honest with you guys. I still wanted to keep doing reaction videos. I love doing them. So thank you so much for the support. Thank you for watching to the very end. And thank you for everything that you add to this channel, because without you guys, I wouldn't have a channel. Once again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you're not already, turn that frown upside down and keep smiling. See y'all.